What is up, guys, and welcome on in for the Week 9 team builder for our IBA Draft League Season 4. This week, we're going to be taking on MidPokeMaster, coach of the Alabama Rollouts. Link for his channel as well as all the other channels is going to be down in the description below, so make sure you click their links, specifically MidPokeMaster, watch his side of the battle, and all the other creators in the IBA, all of their amazing content, because it's awesome. They're all great people. You will not regret it. So, this week, we have definitely got our hands full, guys. I'm talking MidPokeMaster. At this point in time, for Week 9, he is 7-1. I'm pretty sure he's got a lot better differential than us. My man is extremely talented, and he's got a ton, and when I say ton, I cannot understate enough, of experience. He has got a huge leg up on me in terms of experience, and he's got a phenomenal team. I'm pretty sure when I'm talking about experience, MidPokeMaster, if you're watching this right now, by chance, you can go ahead and correct me down in the comments if you'd like. But I'm pretty sure at some point in the chat, somewhere in the Discord server, I'm pretty sure I saw him say that he's done over 20 Gen 8 draft leagues. Now, I don't know about prior to Gen 8, but I'm pretty sure he said he's done over 20 Gen 8 draft leagues. This is only my third Gen 8 draft league and fourth draft league just in general overall. So my man's got a ton of experience. He's very, very, very good, guys. And it's someone like him we very, very likely could be seeing here again in a short few weeks in the playoffs, assuming we're going to make it there. We're already at 8-0. I assume with 2 weeks left that 8-2 is going to get us there, so I'm just going to assume we're there. 8-2, I can't imagine there's a situation where we don't make the playoffs at that point, no matter what happens in these last two battles, but that remains to be seen. But anyway, like I said, he is someone we have a very, very good chance of seeing again here very, very, very shortly. So, with keeping that in mind, with that being said, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I did not make my best team for this week. I don't think it makes sense to put your all into it and bring your best team now when there's a good chance I might be seeing him again here shortly. When then in the playoffs is where I would really want to put my all into it and bring my best team then. So keep that in mind when you're seeing this and when you see the battle. Will we win this week? I don't know about that, guys. It's going to be really, really tough. Of course, as always, it would be when you're going up against a player of his caliber. But also when you put in the fact that I didn't really put a ton of time and effort into this team, being 100% honest with you guys. But that's nothing to take away from MidPokeMaster if he wins, or whatever the case may be. Phenomenal. He deserves it. We don't need this win at 8-0. And so I think it makes more sense to give it my all and hold back a little bit this time to potentially help us down the road. I think it's a little bit of a strategic move. To be fair, my man does not need this game at all either. He's 7-1. I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty comfortable spot to make playoffs as well. So he may be coming into it with the same approach. So maybe he's not going to give it his all as well. Either way, we have got our hands full. So let me go ahead and let you guys know the Pokemon he could potentially bring to this battle. The Pokemon he has are Dracovish. Absolutely insane. Scary, phenomenal threat. I mean, you guys know Dracovish by this point in time. Just everybody knows Dracovish. We're talking Vicious Rending. We're talking Adamant Strong Jaw. We're talking potentially Choice Band. I mean, he could even run a Sand Rush Dracovish. Potentially, maybe we bring him out with Sandstream. He takes advantage of our own sand. So Dracovish, extremely, extremely scary Pokemon to deal with. Just hits absurdly hard with Vicious Rend. And even gets Earthquake and some other coverage moves to just really do some insane damage. After Dracovish, it don't drop at all, guys. It just gets harder from here. Next up, he's got Rillaboom. He's got Terrain with Rillaboom, obviously. Rillaboom hits incredibly hard as well on the physical side. I mean, it gets U-turn, Superpower, Knockoff, Priority Grassy Glide with its when Grassy Terrain is up. Just hits it incredibly hard, decently bulky as well, and just a phenomenal Pokemon. We love Rillaboom around here. Every time I have played through Generation 8, I have chosen Grookey as my starter. I have not regretted. Rillaboom, amazing, amazing Pokemon. Never got a chance to use one in draft up to this point, but I would love it if I ever did get the chance to. Next up, he has got Rotom. He, another phenomenal Pokemon. With its Levitate ability, it's only really weak to Rock and Water. mainly because we really don't have any Mold Breaker Pokemon unless we have like Smackdown on something. But still, phenomenal. Incredibly bulky. Gets Defog, gets all the Rotom moves, gets Foul Play, gets Will-O-Wisp, gets Toxic, gets Thunder Wave, Shadow Ball, Pain Split, Volt Switch, Discharge, Overheat specifically for Rotom Heat. Just a really, really nice Pokemon. Give him a bulky Pokemon to pivot. And like I even said, Defog, if I didn't mention it, yeah, Rotom Heat gets Defog as well. So just hits really, really hard with its Overheat and Electric moves and its other coverage moves, Dark Pulse and stuff. Still hits decently hard and can do a lot of really, really annoying Rotom things. So great Pokemon as well. His team is really, really good, guys. Really, really good. Next up, he's got Scolipede, the speed boosting, sweeping monster that it is. Even gets Baton Pass, so I know this man has done this other times in this season where he will get the speed boost up with the Scolipede, Baton Pass it into something else, and just try to wreck shop and wreak havoc on your team. Could it happen to us? Very, very likely chance of that, guys. Just incredible. It's at base 112 already. So after the speed boost, this thing is just going to get out of control. And hopefully, you know, we don't let that to happen. But that remains to be seen. Like I said, guys, I like some things about our team. Don't like some things about our team at the same time. So keep that in mind. Also does get Toxic Spikes and Spikes, both of which could be very, very annoying in this battle. So we'll just have to wait and see if he brings it. Next up, he's got Slowking. Obviously, incredibly bulky Pokemon. Gets Regenerator and gets Teleport for, you know, slow momentum. And then it's going to gain 30% of its health back when it switches out. Future Sight, Psychic, Scald, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball. Could even make it physically defensive. Could run Assault Vest on this thing. Well, if you run Assault Vest, though, then we know you don't have Teleport. But regardless, just a very, very, very bulky Pokemon. Very annoying. Especially with Regenerator and then teleporting with slow momentum. Just very, very frustrating. Very, very good bulky pivot that this man has. Next up, another incredible threat, guys. Welcome in. He's got Metal, another incredible steel type I've never had the pleasure of being able to use in draft. If I ever did get the chance to one day, that would be amazing. But just base 143 attack, I'm pretty sure. Base 143 defense. Incredibly hard hitting with Iron Fisted, Double Iron Bash, gets even Ice Punch, gets Earthquake as well. Does not get Fire Punch, which is good to know, but he could even make use of its defense stat with Body Press, incredibly bulky. Doesn't have the best special defense, but maybe he invests in special defense, or maybe he runs Assault Vest on it. I mean, obviously, expanded Melmetal with Double Iron Bash is also a thing. So just a phenomenal Pokemon with incredible hitting capabilities. Just Melmetal, very scary Pokemon as well. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Next up, another really cool Pokemon. He's got a Alolan Persian, which does get Parting Shot, which I love. You guys know I love running Parting Shot on my Silvally. But Alolan Persian even faster at base 115 speed to make use of that Parting Shot, whereas Silvally's 95. Obviously gets Foul Play, gets Knockoff, could even be, it has Fur Coat, which doubles its defense stat, or even could be offensive with Technician, and moves like Icy Wind. I mean, just an incredible Pokemon, very, very versatile, and can low-key wreak havoc. Gets Nasty Plot, too, so I'm talking Nasty Plot, Life Orbing, Technician, Persian, can just put in a ton of work, guys. And then, like I said, with Parting Shot, I know he likes to run Taunt on it. That way he can easily get in his threats. That way you just have to force to attack, and you're not doing enough damage to him when he switches them in. So just very, very good pivot for him as well. And then when you add in its bulk, Fur Coat, and stuff like that, I don't know if he's running offensive. I'm not going to lie. I've never battled this man before. Have not watched any of his battles, which is a huge mistake coming into this one, guys. But you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be watching his side of our battle and watching a little bit more of him going forward to learn a little bit more about him, especially if we're going to have to face him potentially down the road. But Alolan Persian, very, very cool Pokemon. Next up, he's got Palossand, Grass and Ghost type, or not Grass, Ground and Ghost type. Is his only Stealth Rocker, spoiler alert. But like I said, he does have Spikes and Toxic Spikes on Scolipede, but does have Stealth Rocks on Palossand. Could be annoying with Shore Up, gets Earth Power, Scorching Sands, Shadow Ball. I think he gets Energy Ball. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I put that in my calcs that I imported. Just like I said, bulky with Shore Up, Water Compaction even, so if you hit it with a Water type move, its physical defense stat is going to go up 2 stages, which could be incredibly annoying, so something like that we have to keep in mind. Now that I'm looking at it, it is his only ground type as well, so I could see maybe him bringing it for that specifically if he's worried about our electric types. But just Palo Sand, really, really cool Pokemon. Is decently slow, but just really, really bulky. Can dish out some decent damage, especially, and then also short. Next up, he's got Alcremie, pure fairy type. Can set up in your face, is incredibly bulky. With its abilities, can be immune to sleep, could be immune to taunt, or encore, or, you know, things of that nature. I don't know exactly all the moves, or what the abilities, Sweet Veil and Aroma Veil, but just could be immune to a lot of those different things to try and stop it from setting up on you. And it can be immune to it, which would be really, really annoying. Gets stored power as well. Acid Armor, Calm Mind, Recover. Gets some decent coverage moves with like Mystical Fire, Energy Ball, I think. I might be wrong about that. But Tri Attack, Dazzling Gleam for Stab, Fairy type move. So it is decently slow, but again, Scolipede, Speed Boost, Baton Pass is something we definitely have to keep in mind. So Alchemy definitely can put in some work if we don't have ways to deal with it. So hopefully we don't want to allow that to happen. Next up, he's got Golbat. Could run it offensively, could run it defensively with Eviolite, because again, it is not fully evolved. Decently fast at base 90 speed. Hits okay with base 80 attack. Obviously, it gives him a Defogger, gives him U-Turn, Poison Fang, maybe to have a strong chance to badly poison you. Brave Bird could run it special as well, although Crobat doesn't hit the hardest on the special side. Golbat probably hits even less hard on the special side. But regardless, it's there, something we have to be prepared for and hopefully have ways to stop if it comes. Potentially could be bulky, like I said, with Eviolite, or a little bit more offensive. Could be Boots, like I said, could be a Defogger. So, other than that, it's not hitting that hard with its only base 80 attack. I would assume it'd be more of a bulky mon with Eviolite, but you never know. Like I said, it could be Boots. We'll just have to wait and see if it comes to this battle. And then lastly, he has Dottler. So, he kind of trails off at the end in terms of threats. But still, he has a ton of them. I'm talking Dracovish, Rillaboom, Scolipede, Melmetal. I mean, it's just his team is incredibly good, and he's got the perfect pivots to help get those threats in to do maximum damage. But like I said, Dottler, another mon, probably going to be Eviolite. Does get sticky webs, which could be incredibly annoying if he wants to bring that to this battle. Let's just hope and pray it doesn't happen, because you guys will see here in a minute. But yeah, Dottler, incredibly annoying, potentially with the Eviolite and Sticky Web. It is very, very bulky. Yeah. What else is there to say about it? It's not doing a lot of damage, but I think he gets Recover. Psychic, Bugwells could maybe run Body Press to take advantage of his defensive stat, but I don't think Eviolite's going to power that up. So we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, it's mainly Stealth Sticky Webs, but we'll just have to wait and see if it comes to this battle. Alrighty then, guys, we have talked long enough about my man's team. Why don't we go ahead and talk about my team? You ready? Alright, go ahead and close your eyes for me, guys. I will show you the team here in a second. You guys, eyes closed. I'm relying on you. Yes, you right there. I'm looking at you. I'll let you know when you can open your eyes, okay? I will let you know when you can open your eyes. Alright, you can open them. First up, we've got Blossom and Tapu Lele, Psychic and Fairy type, Choice Scarf. Predictable, like I said, not my best team. Didn't put a lot of thought into it. Main point of this battle is to just hopefully learn some things and that we can take going forward in a potential rematch. Okay, so we got Blossom the Tapu Lele holding the Choice Scarf with the Psychic Surge ability. We are modest nature because he doesn't really threaten us with the mon under our speed tier. Because Tapu Lele is base 95. His fastest Pokemon under that is Golbat at 90, but you know what? If he's max speed Golbat, then he's max speed Golbat, and he's going to outspeed us. But he'd have to be Scarf, of course, unless we lose our Scarf. Rotom, I don't know if it's Scarf max speed would outspeed us. I guess that's something I have to calculate when the time comes. But regardless, I don't even care, guys. Like I said, I just wanted one modest Lele just to deal out maximum damage. We are Scarf, so we should outspeed everything that's not Scarfed or a Scolipede that's gotten out of control. Anyway, with the Scarf, so that's why I wanted to run modest, just to deal out as much damage as we possibly could. We are EV spread. We have, like I said, modest, max 252, 196 into speed, which should allow us to outspeed everything on this team that's not Scarf, like I said. I'll repeat myself. And then the remaining HP EVs, 60, the remaining 60 EVs into HP with the moves Psychic, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I really wanted to run Nature's Madness on this thing, potentially for Melmetal switching in on me, because I haven't calculated. I really don't know how much Focus Blast is doing, but then obviously we have to also rely on Focus Blast to land, and we are scarfed into it, of course. So that remains to be seen. I'll have to calculate when time comes. I really wanted to have Nature's Madness on here, but I also at the same time really needed these other moves. So like I didn't know. Like obviously Psychic for Psychic, Moonblast for Moonblast on things specifically like the Dracovish or the Alolan Persian. You know, Focus Blast would hit it, but specifically Moonblast for the Dracovish, which I do expect to come. Shadow Ball, I need it because I feel like if he brings his Ghost types, then I'm really going to struggle to hit them, especially Slowking if I don't have Shadow Blast. And then Focus Blast, I obviously specifically need for Melmetal, because otherwise I'm really not doing enough damage to it. I mean, I don't know how much Shadow Ball does if he's not Special Defense invested, but I don't know. I just felt like I needed Focus Blast. So that's why we have those moves. Maybe you guys can disagree. Let me know in the comments if you do. Next up, we have got Zoro the Kartana holding the Focus Sash. Now, when I very first built this team, right, I was Focus Sash. Then I was like, man, I just really want to run Choice Band just freaking because, man, I just want to hit things as hard as I possibly can. Because, again, Kartana at base 109 speed, his next fastest Pokemon under that is Golbat. So, like, we can run, spoilers, Adamant Nature and still outspeed Golbat. So I wanted to run Adamant, Choice Band, and Kartana. But I just feel like we need to Focus Sash, so I'm going to stick with it for now. Again, like I said, we don't win this battle. It is what it is. The main point is just to learn some things going forward for a potential rematch. But yeah, we are Adamant Max Attack, 220 EVs into speed, just to make sure we outspeed everything naturally slower. And then the remaining 36 EVs into defense. With a move, Smart Strike, X's or knockoff a Sacred Sword. Yes, I know, guys. We do not have Leaf Blade on this thing. Am I going to regret not having Leaf Blade? The answer, probably. But I'm looking at his team, right? Dracovish, yeah, having Leaf Blade would be nice, but okay, knockoff Sacred Sword, we can do okay damage, maybe even X-Scissor. But Rillaboom, not going to do much with Leaf Blade. Rotom Heat, not going to do much with Leaf Blade. Scolipede, not going to do much with Leaf Blade. Melmetal, not going to do much with Leaf Blade. Dottler, Leaf Blade, no. Golbat, Leaf Blade, no. He just has so many grass resists, I just didn't think I'd need it. Would it be nice for Slowking? Absolutely. But you know what? We also have X's or knockoffs, so I'm hoping those are enough. Would it be really nice for Palossand? Absolutely. I would love to have it for Palossand. But hopefully knockoff will just do enough damage for us. I know it is very bulky, so it probably won't, but you know what? A man can hope, right? Just like I said, I obviously wanted X-Scissor for Rillaboom, for Slowking, for Alolan Persian, for Dottler. I just really wanted it. Obviously, knockoff, I want that. And then Sacred Sword, obviously, I want that specifically to hit the Melmetal. So, and then Smart Strike, just another stab move, which at the very least isn't resisted by Rillaboom and Scolipede. So, will I regret not having Leaf Blade? Probably. You guys can let me know if I should have it down in the comment section down below. But I just felt like these four moves were a little bit better for us. So that's the ones I went with. And then our moves. Oh, wait, I already showed you the moves? Yes, I already showed you the moves. Of course, we just spent forever talking about them. Next up, we have got Toothless Noivern holding the Choice Specs, baby. That's right. I've wanted to go Specs on Noivern all season long. Never pulled the trigger. So I'm going to go ahead and do it here, guys. Again, am I going to regret it? Probably. But we want to learn some things. I'm going to say that probably a million times before this battle takes place. So I just really wanted to run Specs this season at some point. So specifically in this battle, we're learning some things. And I'm just hoping to do some big damage with Choice Specs. Obviously, we outspeed everything on his team naturally, so that is also the main reason why I just wanted to throw Specs on this thing and just dish out as much damage as I possibly could. If I could go Modest, guys, I would, but I can't go Modest. I had to go Timid. That way I make sure I always outspeed a non-scarfed Alolan Persian. So we are Timid, 196 EVs into speed to make sure, again, we outspeed everything on my man's team. Max special attack with 252 into special attack, and then the remaining 60 EVs into HP. Very cool how that worked out. I'm just looking at my Lele, 252 Modest, 196 speed, and then Noivern, 252 Timid with 196 in speed. Crazy. Anyway, sorry I got sidetracked. With a Frisk ability, of course, could have run Infiltrator in case he was like substitute Dracovish, but hey, We're learning things, guys. I just want to see what my man's items are. With the moves, Specs, Draco Meteor, Specs, Hurricane, Switcheroo, potentially we could trick our Specs onto something. Hopefully, maybe something like the Melmetal or the Rillaboom. That would be really, really cool. And then Flamethrower, obviously, for the Melmetal. Yeah, we have Hurricane. I have not run Hurricane all season long, guys, because you know, just like with Lele's Focus Blast, I've only clicked Focus Blast once all season, only ran it a couple times, never brought Hurricane. I'm terrified of running 70 accuracy moves, but again, the point is just to dish out as much damage as we possibly can. Specs, Hurricane, hoping comes in clutch for us this week, and we land them when we need them, and then dish out as much damage as possible, maybe get a cheeky confusion out of it as well, you never know. But those are the moves, just to hit everything as hard as possible. And I really think it'd be pretty neat maybe to trick our Specs onto something. So we'll just have to wait and see if we can do that in the battle and see what comes of it. Next up, we've got Bella the Arcanine holding the Rocky Helmet. I'm talking Rocky Helmet, hopefully to maybe, if he's going double Iron Bash on his Melmetal, we can dish out some decent damage with the helmet. Maybe Rocky Helmet do some decent damage to the Rillaboom as well. Now the problem is, you guys can tell, Rillaboom gets Earthquake, Melmetal gets Earthquake, so, you know, I mean, we just have a hard time switching into those mons, but if we can go in on their Grass-type moves or their Steel-type moves, of course, obviously, in theory, Arcanine's looking pretty nice. We are Intimidate as well to lower their attack, which is cool. But again, we still don't really necessarily want to take an Earthquake from either one, or even especially a Choice Banded Earthquake from them. We don't want to take that either. And then I couldn't run Defense Investment, otherwise we just weren't doing enough damage. So like, we really aren't that bulky of an Arcanine, so we'll just wait and see. So we are timid in nature, 220 speed with the plus speed nature. Obviously I outspeed everything on my man's team, Golbat and slower. 252 max special attack with the remaining 36 EVs into HP, but we are Intimidate, so hopefully that helps us out a little bit since we're not defense invested. But the moves Flamethrower, Toxic, Snarl, Morning Sun, Toxic to Toxic things that switch in, Morning Sun to hopefully keep us healthy, Flamethrower for Staff, Flamethrower for the Rillaboom, for the Melmetal, and just everything else. And then Snarl, I think, is a nice little coverage move to potentially catch his switch-ins. I'm talking Rotom Heat, lower special attack. I'm talking Slowking, lower special attack. So hopefully Snarl play could come in handy for us. That's my hopes. That's what I'm going for with it. So we'll just have to wait and see. Next up, we have got Fubuki the Frostlass also holding the Focus Sash. Probably going to be our lead. You know, it is. Okay, I guess I spoiled it, but we are Focus Sash. So if you see Focus Sash, you can assume most likely going to be a lead. If he runs rocks or spikes on something, obviously our sashes aren't going to come into effect unless we're a lead. So Kartana's Sash would be useless in that situation. But hey, that is what it is. So we got Fubuki, the Frostless, Ice and Ghost typing, holding the Focus Sash with the Cursed Body. I'm glad I remembered Cursed Body because I forgot about that in team build. I was thinking it was going to be Snowcloak just now. But no, we got it right. Again, we can go Modest because the way my man's speed tiers worked out, we can't go Modest. 252 into special attack. 212 into speed just to make sure we outspeed everything that is slower than Frostlass naturally. I mean, he's got Scolipede and Alolan Persian that outspeed us naturally. Everything else, we should be faster than unless they're Scarf or Sand Rush or something like that. With the moves, did I say the remaining 44 EVs into HP? With the moves, Ice Beam, Spikes, Will-O-Wisp, and Shadow Ball. Kind of want to run Toxic. Also would love to potentially be able to burn that Dracovish. Would love to potentially burn that Melmetal. Both of those would be really nice. Spikes would be nice to get some chip damage on my man's team because he doesn't have a lot of flyers, right? Like, I mean, let's look back at his team again. If I remember correctly, yeah, he's got Golbat as his only flyer and then Rotom Heat with Intimidate. Otherwise, Spikes could be pretty useful here. So that's the key. That is the plan. Hopefully it puts in work for us. And like I said, hopefully we can burn maybe the Dracovish or the Rillaboom or the Melmetal somehow. A lot of his main offense is physical. But he still can do some things on the special side. But hopefully Will-O-Wisp will be nice there. I really wanted to run Toxic as well, like I said. But I just wanted to have these 4 moves. So those are the moves we have on our Fubuki the Frostlass. And last but definitely not least, or maybe least, I don't know, making a return for us, we have Jeremy Wade the Lantern Holding the leftovers, water and electric typing. We are water absorb, obviously, just so we don't get swept by a, in theory, Dracovish. If he's choice locked in the Fish's Rend, this would be great. If he's not choice locked, then again, Dracovish gets Earthquake, which we really don't want to take. But, I mean, it's hard. Like I said, we really don't have perfect switch-ins to that. So hopefully he's choiced. We can work around it. Maybe with Noivern immune to ground. And then Lantern immune to water-type moves. Resist ice-type moves as well for maybe Ice Fang on the Dracovish. But again, our investment, we are Bold Nature. 252 HP, 236 into defense. And then a little bit of speed, 20 speed, just in case he wants to creep us with Alcremie or something. I don't know. If he really wants to run Alcremie, he's probably going to be a little bit more offensive. So it's probably going to outspeed us anyway. But hey, it is what it is. If he wants to run really, really bulky to try and set up in our face, and he just creeps us a little bit, we'll outspeed. But we have the moves. Discharge. Nice electric move. Maybe get a cheeky paralysis. That would be pretty cool. Scald for scalding things like the Melmetal. Maybe get a burn on it. Maybe somehow we scald. He switches in Dracovish. Gets burned. Would be nice. Or maybe scald switches in the Rillaboom. Gets burned. That'd be really, really nice. Again, burned is nice because a lot of his main offense is physical. Toxic for Toxic. Dazzling Gleam for the Dracovish. So hopefully, you know, we're breaking subs or something like that. I didn't even calc it. That was probably a mistake. We aren't special attack invested, and Lantern special attack is only base 76. But hopefully Dazzling Gleam does enough for us. Kind of crazy. This mon is very, very low tier. Really does not get much coverage at all beyond ice, or beyond water, electric, and ice. But then for some reason gets Dazzling Gleam, which, I mean, I'm not upset about it. I really like it. So obviously we got Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully put some work. Like I said, guys, this is the team far, far, far from perfect. Some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. As you guys can tell, we have no hazard removal, so spikes, toxic spikes, sticky web could be incredibly annoying. But hey, like I said, this team wasn't meant to be perfect. It was just meant to put something together and see what we can do, see if there's anything we can learn and take forward with us into a potential rematch. Do I expect to win? I'll be honest with you guys, no. Do I think we can win? Maybe. Let's see. Like I said, he's really, really good. Really, really experienced. Really, really good team. We'll just have to wait and see. What are the 6 Pokemon, if I had to predict, that he would bring to this battle? I think Dracovish, obviously. I think Rillaboom, really, really nice with Terrain. Rotom Heat, obviously, I think has a good spot as well. Is decently bulky, can help him pivot around some things. So I definitely think it has its place. Scolipede, speed boosting is never a bad thing. Melmetal, never a bad thing. Alolan Persian, I know he loves to run his Alolan Persian. If I had to predict, I would say Dracovish, Rillaboom, Rotom Heat, Scolipede, Melmetal, and Alolan Persian. Although, does he really have switch? Yeah, he has some switch-ins. So yeah, I mean, I guess those would be my 6, but I can also see a case for Slowking. I can also see a case for Palossand. Maybe even Alchemy. The last 2, not 100% sure if he would bring Golbat or Dottler to this week's battle, but you never know. He potentially could. So without further ado, I was going to go ahead and end this team builder. If you guys did enjoy, you know what to do. Hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on my sets. Let me know your thoughts on his team, the matchup. Anything you guys want to say, would love to have discussion with you guys down in the comments. Again, this is an unlisted video, so most likely most people aren't watching this. But hey, if you came here, if you clicked the link in the actual battle, wanted to watch this, hopefully you enjoyed this, and hopefully you're going to enjoy the battle. Without any further ado, like I said, like, comment, follow me on Twitter at MetaMech for more content and updates on the channel. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the battle. Wish me luck.